Hello there again, gamers. This is Salgonoid with a second look at the early Xenon rebalance progress. We see a lot of, well, let's do this first. You can see I'm 29 hours into this playthrough. And the last video we were 25 hours in. So it's been 4 hours. And I want to give you a quick look at how the Xenon progressed. What we're seeing usually happens in the first 3 to 4 hours of the game. It may be just this specific playthrough, but there have been some developments. We'll look at it as soon as we can get these modules loaded up here. And EgoSoft was saying that they had rebalanced the Xenon. We're seeing plenty of videos out there of fleet battles. We're not seeing this early game stuff, which is concerning, and because that's where most people are. Some people get into those fleet battles, but before you get into the fleet battles, you have to build an empire. And in early X4, that was almost impossible because of one sector. And we will go to that sector, Hatikva's Choice, right here. And in our last playthrough, this station right here, this Hatikva's Choice, or Hatikva defense platform, was sitting at 75%. It's now under attack by some Xenon fighters, and most of the Xenon wave is being held at bay temporarily by a lot of Argonian fighters. There's a huge debris field here where this station was taking out fighters with their plasma cannons, probably. And the first thing I have to do is I double the size of this little fleet. I almost never put a small fleet in Hatikva's Choice because I know that mess is going to happen. So before I push play, I'm going to tell these guys to get out of the way. Yeah, right there, flying weight gem. So that they don't get dead. I'm not rich enough yet to throw away these ships. And since they're already in battle, I have to tell them to not be in battle. Remove all those orders. And did he pay attention? No, he did not pay attention. And I told the commander to fly down here and wait while I removed his orders. So there we go. He's going to fly down there and wait. And we can unpause the game. And we can save those fighters and talk about this mess here. You can see that station's under attack. The Xenon are trying to build a station here. That's almost always one of the first things they'll do. They'll almost always drop that platform there, or maybe one up here. They couldn't drop it up here because this station is here. And that's a bottleneck. All of these blue icons here, those are drops from Argonian ships. They would be great if they were Xenon. There's a lot of Xenon wrecks here. And if we look up here into Tharkus Cascade, there was a massive amount of Xenon sitting right here in the last video. That's where a lot of them have gone. They are starting to build a defense station right there. Maybe a factory. Maybe it might be just a solar plant. And so I took a look at this. I'm going to have to do something eventually about this. Well, I'm not going to. The Argonians are going to clean up this mess to begin with. And then once they do that, I might come in here and build a defense platform. I have the blueprints now to do that. Now, I talked last time about the Xenon come in here. because since the beginning of X4, they came in, it was the only place they could go. With the Tides of Avarice DLC, this gate got activated, and so they started going out that way into Zariel space, and then after the Cradle of Humanity DLC, the gate got opened up into Terran space. So the Xenon are now attacking 3 different fronts. They do have the ships to do that because they have a much simpler development. I'll fix that word eventually. But they also have another wharf and another shipyard up in here that came in with the Tides of Avarice up here in Emperor's Pride. And usually what would happen was the Zyarth would just get bulldozed from both directions. And usually by the time I get up here, the Zyarth wharf here is under heavy attack. But as you can see, the Paranite have thrown in some help here. They own this sector. They own a sector up above here. They always do. They've got a fleet that's usually stuck up in here that's been blockaded in by the Xenon, which have not made it here yet. And so that's why the Xenon have not made it down into Hatikva's choice yet, because they did not have the reinforcements, because Argon stood up to them. There were probably some Terran ships in here at one point, and of course Hatikva stood up to them. And now, of course, the Argonian fleet is gone. So all of these fighters are going to plow into that station. And after that one, they may go down and protect this. Or some of them may attack that food ration factory. Almost certainly, some of them are going to attack here. The one thing you can count on Xenon to do, other than attack in a massive wave, is that after they've killed their initial target, they're going to piecemeal out. They're going to take off. They're going to split up into many different directions. So probably in about 4 or 5 hours, I will make another video and see if that is what happened. I doubt that I'll get the station started by then, but we'll see. I've got some income, some passive income. I've got a mining fleet built up, and we'll see. Until next time, Salgonoid out.